I'm going to start this leg of the tour from the southern city of Thailand, Hat Yai. This travel will be a land-based journey. I will cross the land border of Thailand into Malaysia and then travel the entire peninsular Malaysia from north all the way to the south before coming back to Singapore. The theme of this trip, one city, one night. Join me in this unique journey with me. I'm done with Hat Yai, so now my next destination is Songkhla. So behind me is the clock tower, which you can catch transport from Hat Yai to Songkhla. How much? Songkhla. Oh, okay. The minivan journey from Hat Yai to Songkhla costs 35 baht one way. Okay, thank you. Next city, Songkhla. I'm here in this part of Thailand just for Songkhla, to put it crudely. I was here 8 years back en route from the journey from Japan back to Singapore by road. I chanced upon this place, Songkhla, by accident. I fell in love with this place, and this place remained my top Thailand destination for whatever reason. This time round, I'm back here in Songkhla to re-savor the feeling that I have 10 years ago. Songkhla is situated some 30 kilometers away from Hat Yai. There are minivans and Songkhla plying in between the two cities, Hat Yai and Songkhla. One terminal that I know of in Hat Yai is the Hat Yai Clock Tower. Alright, I'm being dropped here and I'm supposed to walk the last mile into the old town. I think from the map itself, this should be the way. By going straight, I should be able to reach the old town of Songkhla. Oh. The journey takes about 45 minutes to 1 hour on an easy straight road. And distance between Hat Yai and Songkhla is about 32 kilometers. This, I believe, is the old town. I don't know whether it's the beginning, whether it's at the start or the end. Let me just try my luck walking and trying to find an accommodation. Oh, okay, there's a hostel situated right in front. So let me go in and ask for rates. I noticed there isn't so much of a budget accommodation located in Songkhla Old Town. Do you have rooms today? Yeah. Rooms. Dormitory. Probably the reason is because many tourists choose to do a day trip from Hat Yai into Songkhla Old Town instead of staying overnight in Songkhla. While waiting for them to make up the room, I have my lunch here at the kitchen. So this is what I bought from Hat Yai. Remember the chicken rice? Although it's 1 hour ago, I hope it will retain the crispiness. Okay, it may not be super duper crispy because that was prepared 1 hour ago. I would imagine that 1 hour ago it would be very, very, very damn crispy. Where I'm staying, Yu Cafe and Hostel Songkhla is situated right smack in the midst of the old town. For some reason, for the dormitory price I paid, I find this is one of the best bang for the buck in terms of budget accommodation. The impression given by the hostel is that it has got lots of space between the guests. There's a backyard, there's a kitchen, and even a fully air-conditioned study room, which in the end I spent the night talking to my hostel mates in there. I really love this place. Yu Cafe and Hostel Songkhla is ranked one of the best stay so far in this region.
But I have another guest. Yeah. Have.
Okay. My Grab is here. I'm going to the beach. I am retracing my journey back 8 years ago. My first stop, Samila Beach.
Where you come from?
Huh?
Where you come from?
Singapore. Songkhla Old Town faces the Gulf of Thailand. The main beach of Songkhla, Samila Beach, is just a mere 3 kilometers away from Songkhla Old Town. It is actually walkable from where I stay. Nevertheless, I took a grab bike because I wanted to make it to the sunset. By the way, the beach faces the east, so there's no sunset to look at the horizon. So there's a little miscalculation on my part. Oops. Anyway, by taking a grab bike, it enabled me to get an overview of this place that I am in now, Songkhla Old Town. After all, my last visit was 10 years back and all my memories of this place are almost completely faded. Hey, I've just finally got off from the grab bike and now heading towards the beach. The beach coast of Samila is free for all to use. This beach has the following amenities: beach restaurant, toilets, and located very close to the main road. If you choose to come from Hat Yai, the journey probably takes you 1 hour or so. For me, it's just probably 5 minutes from the old town of Songkhla. Wow, look at how big the waves are. The waves are exceptionally big and rough today, but there are still puddles of water still safe enough for kids to play in. I like it for the fact that this beach is more of a people's beach rather than beach catered to Westerners tourists. People who are used to seeing go-go cabaret, rowdy bars, I'm sorry to say you will not be able to find here at Samila. What I also like about this place is that it is so near to where the old town is, and is very convenient and easy to access. Samila Beach is crowded on a Sunday afternoon that I'm in, with local tourists and Malaysian tourists. Don't ask me why I know, I just know. The most famous tourist icon for southern Thailand, I must say, is the Mermaid located here in the Samila Beach. Nope, I'm not in Copenhagen. This is Songkhla in Thailand. Just one piece of advice. Seize every opportunity you have to take picture with the mermaid and don't procrastinate, because you will never know when the next wave of tourists will come and you have to wait a long time to get your pictures taken. There are also horses that you can hire to be right on the beach. I like walking on the beach aimlessly, knowing I have the security of having the amenities around me and seeing people around me having their simple joy. Since sunset is not on my agenda right now, given that the sun is not going to set behind the horizon but behind me, I walked back to the old quarters after this. On the way, I made an en route to Khao Mini. Over at Khao Mini, it has a fantastic viewpoint that overlooks the beautiful sea from the hillside. All this just an easy uphill walk from the ground level. The only thing to be careful of are the monkeys residing in the trees around the viewpoint. Or in fact, these monkeys are the king of this hill. These monkeys look pretty aggressive and menacing. I saw joggers and travelers here do carry a stick or sort to ward off the menacing looking monkeys. Earlier, I took a grab bike to Samila Beach, and now I'm walking back to the Songkhla Old Town by foot. Songkhla is located by the seaside, so there is a lot of sea breezes, and walking on the street is so pleasant despite the fact the weather is tropical. Along the way, I saw the satay store at the roadside. It is the kind of traditional satay by the roadside. I ordered 5 sticks of chicken meat skewer. It cost me 25 baht for a bunch of 5 sticks. I have to wait a bit for them to skew the meat over the charcoal flame. One can really feel how laid back this city is from the way they prepare the food. Alright, got my satay. So it costs 5 baht each. I need to eat my stuff, but I need to get the seats as well. So what I do is that I get an ice cream cone from KFC. Okay, so I can legitimately sit down here and savor my satay. Alright, I have to eat this first. So, trying my satay officially. For 25 baht for 5 sticks. I can't complain anything. Nothing to complain about. I am now starting the night tour of Songkhla Old Town. At the northern end of Nakhonnok Road lies the 100-year-old Ho Hin Rice Mill. Painted bright red and with an old brick chimney, the red rice mill has come to symbolize Songkhla Old Town. One of the uniqueness of this old town lies in the fact that the historical town of Songkhla lies in between the Gulf of Thailand and the large Songkhla Lagoon. So you can see big boats, mainly fishing boats, parked along the numerous jetties along Songkhla. There is a vibrant fishing scene that takes place during the day here. By night, the bars by the waters take center stage. Let me just talk about the night at Songkhla Old Town. In terms of building architecture, the old town design are much better in Penang or Malacca as compared to Songkhla. There's very little doubt about it. Having said, Songkhla is still ranked above average in terms of the overall scheme of things. What is called real high is the lack of tourists, especially so on a non-Saturday night. By 8 p.m., everything in Songkhla just go on a standstill. That's the main allure to me. The only constant thing is the constant sea breeze blowing from both sides of the coast. That's because Songkhla is at a peninsula in between Gulf of Thailand and the Songkhla Lake. Over in Songkhla Old Town, I don't have to go through those repetitive pasar malam selling more or less the same old thing over and over again, and to jostle with people. At my age and at my state of mind, sometimes tranquility is very much what I'm sought after. I'm so glad Songkhla offered me that. Songkhla never seeks to please me with all the fanciful lights of the night market. Somewhat like a cat's character, I willingly fall for its charm. What's so nice about this place is they don't fix what they are not supposed to fix. Just keep things as raw as possible. I always suggest to people try stay here for a night in Songkhla Old Town instead of making a day trip here. The best of what Songkhla can offer does not take place during the day, but
next morning.
Good morning. This is how Songkhla look like early in the morning. So it's about 9 a.m. that I come out and go hunt for my food. I passed by this coffee shop last night, so I thought of trying it early in the morning. So this is how the very antique looking like coffee shop is. Okay. I start off my day with this fantastic duck noodle in tang kueh soup. The noodle costs 65 baht. Really, I can't find anything to complain. In fact, it is one of the best that I've tried. The meat is very tender. I have now more energy after the breakfast. Oh, the breakfast is solid. I love the duck noodle. Hello. Hi. With more energy after food, I start hitting the many jetties lying the coastal Old Town. These jetties probably make Songkhla Old Town so special. There are many of such piers in Songkhla. I was here last night and I love it so much. Wow. I even managed to get into one of these fishing boats to have a look. I go back to Ho Hin Rice Mill by the waterside again. I was here the night before. By night, this place is dead quiet, except for an operating bar. During daytime, it becomes a museum of this old town, documenting the history of this building and this old town as well. This rice mill has its own pier to offload the more material it needed back then. Now, this pier offers parking to fishing boats. I got out of the rice mill via the bar that I went yesterday. It was too early for the bar to start operating. You can never expect what lies within these shophouses. It can just be a normal shophouse, or it can lead you all the way to the waterway if you walk through the building. This happened to be a traditional cafe here. I ordered my coffee, and what a good place to just sit and watch the time goes past, looking at some of the occasional boats. The shop house of this old town are in various stages of decay and restoration, and it is an interesting mix of Thai and Chinese architecture. One of the main attractions of Songkhla Old Town is Baan Nakhon Nai Museum of King Rama IX. King Rama IX is the late King Bhumibol, who was the 9th monarch of Thailand from the Chakri dynasty, titled Rama IX, reigning from 9th of June 1946 to 2016. King Rama IX is well respected and loved by the Thais, as the king was involved in many social and economic development projects that he helped the poor. Baan Nakhon Nai Museum of King Rama IX is located at one of the old Sino-Portuguese style house, and it was renovated to become a museum. There are many King Rama IX collections, which includes his sculpture as well as the photograph of His Royal Highness. I can spend a long time here looking at each and every photo of King Rama IX. The walls are filled with many unique and unseen photographs of the late king. You will also notice there are many small to large Chinese vases throughout the museum. Strangely, some of these vases are cut into half and placed on the wall as decorations. Thus, there are also other Chinese vintage chairs, folding screens, wood-carved beds, and benches. There are also many sizes of ceramic plates and doors that are placed as wall decoration that makes this place so unique. This old town in Songkhla has its own charm in terms of some of the most preserved old buildings and the sporadic street art along the alleys. The best way to see the old town is to take a slow walk around to check out some of the more interesting and historical buildings. There is no prescribed way of walking this place. The theme is to take your time, follow your feelings. This is where things unexpected can knock on your doors, or it doesn't at all. I hope the authorities can start looking into making this old town a 100% pedestrian walk. But I approach this with mixed feelings. For one, by doing that, it would destroy the very authentic and real-life atmosphere of this place it is enjoying right now. The last thing I want to see here is to convert this old charm town into a old town Disneyland. Speaking of the unexpected and beautiful, Songkhla Old Town boasts some fantastic street art. Some of the art is hidden away down at the small streets, and some is plastered large across the face of the buildings along the main road. The street art is of a similar style to that of Georgetown and Ipoh of Malaysia, where street scenes are painted on the wall where they are almost fool the eye into mistaking them as real. One can find temples and shrines hidden amongst the streets and alleyway by just wandering around the town. Located in Songkhla Old Town, Chao Kuan Yu Shrine is a remarkable Chinese temple, adorned with vibrant shades of reds and infused with elements of Chinese Taoism. This temple bears testament to Chinese cultural richness. Lanterns hang gracefully, further enhancing the immersive experience. A few steps away, next to the Chao Kuan Temple, you can find another temple. It is Songkhla City Pillar Shrine. Like the temple built next door, it is built by the Chinese immigrants who came to settle down in southern Thailand. It is definitely worth the visit as well. You will get strong smell of incense here. Joss-sticks are always burnt at this place. The temple design is a captivating blend of spaciousness and unique aesthetics. It radiates a sense of holiness and spiritual significance. It is melting hot outside in Songkhla, a coastal town in Thailand deep south. While looking around for a place to drink, how much is this? Huh? 55. 给我一个. I saw a shop that has got a queue forming outside. What looks like an ordinary shop sells the most extraordinary items in its menu. They only have one item in the menu, that is ice cream. The woman selling the ice cream puts 3 scoops of ice cream into an urn-like container and then pick up an egg. With a quick shake of her wrist, she cracked the shell and poured the raw egg onto the top of my ice cream. To be frank, the raw egg yolk thingy is merely psychological. It is very headline grabbing rather than anything else. I couldn't taste the extra ingredient much. What is so sweet about this store is that they allow me to keep the ice cream urn as a souvenir. The old woman actually washes the urn thoroughly for me before I leave the shop. Now it sits nicely next to my bed frame. My parting thoughts of Songkhla before leaving this place. I love Songkhla first time I reached here 10 years ago. Now, 10 years later, after being to some of the many places around the world, I still find this place charming. Very rare one can find a place which has got mountain overlooking the plain, the beach facing sea, fishing boats parked at the jetty, and an old town filled with run-of-the-mill wall mirrors all rolled into one. This is exactly what Songkhla charms me. So, if you like this video, please like and consider subscribing the channel. See you at the next city.